is often said that good governance is measured by innovation and service delivery, and Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu continues to demonstrate both as it meets the needs of the people. From infrastructure renewal to strategic investment in public institutions, the Sanwo-Olu administration is driving transformative change across the state. Hello and welcome to Inside Lagos. I'm Sahid Aribisala.
Ẹni tí ò dé kò yìn ẹkù kan. Àwa ni center of excellence. Ẹni ò dé kò yìn ẹkù kan. Àwa ni center of excellence. Mo ní pé bó o bá dé kò yìn ẹkù kan. Àwa ni center of excellence. Àwọn òyìnbó débẹ̀ wọ́n rí tá a jẹ́ ṣe. Àwa ni center of excellence. Haúsá débẹ̀ wọ́n rí tá a jẹ́ ṣe. Àwa ni center of excellence. Àwọn Ìgbò débẹ̀ wọ́n rí tá a jẹ́ ṣe. Àwa ni center of excellence. Gbogbo Yorùbá débẹ̀ wọ́n rí tí wọ́n mú lọ. Àwa ni center of excellence. Ẹni òde kò yìn ẹkù kan. Èkó ò ní bàjẹ́ lórí àwa. Àwa ni center of excellence. Ọ̀pọ̀ ò bá dé kò yìn ẹkù kan.
As the nation marked another year of democratic rule, Lagos joined in the celebration, using the occasion to reflect on the historic June 12 election and its role in shaping Nigeria's political landscape. Events were held across the state in commemoration of the day. Details in this report.
It was an election meant to usher Nigeria from the grip of military dictatorship into the light of civilian rule. Nigerians yearned for change, and that historic opportunity came on June 12, 1993. Anticipations was high across the nation. Many describe it as the freest and fairest election in Nigeria's history. And the candidate of the people was the Hope 93 flag bearer of the Social Democratic Party, Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola. His name echoed from the lips of both young and old. Abiola. But the collective hope was crushed on the 24th of June, the day the election was annulled.
It was generally seen to be free, fair.
Nigerians flooded the streets in protest, demanding that the people's mandate be respected. The unrest spread across the nation. Many lives were lost, but the struggle did not waver.
And without let or hindrance, chose me as their president.
In defiance, MKO Abiola declared himself president in Lagos, an act that led to his arrest. He later died in detention in 1998, never returning home. June 12 etched itself into Nigeria's political history, a date symbolizing an election that produced a president who never ruled. For years, successive governments looked away until June 6, 2018, when former President Muhammadu Buhari officially declared June 12 as Democracy Day, replacing May 29.
May their souls rest in perfect peace.
32 years after the annulment that reshaped Nigeria's political trajectory, on February 20th, 2025, former head of state Ibrahim Babangida publicly apologized to Nigerians for his role in the annulment during the public unveiling of his book, A Journey in Service.
That accident of history is most regrettable.
This year marks another Democracy Day, 26 years of uninterrupted civilian rule. And the story of June 12 returns to the fore, with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, once a frontline pro-democracy activist, now Nigeria's president. He has rebranded Abiola's Hope 93 into his administration's renewed Hope 23 mantra. As the country continues its democratic journey, Nigerians reflect, some with pride, others with questions.
I am in support, 100% in support of the move to change from May 29 to June 12. But that's not actually the thing. The citizens are quite not so happy with the democracy yet, and it's a good improvement. It's a way to honor those that fought for this the democracy, especially MKO Abiola. But still, we still need something to be done with our resources.
Sincerity of purpose from every leaders, everyone that call themselves leaders, every parastatals, sincerity of purpose. Let's come together and let's sit together, let's be frank with ourselves and move this country forward.
Political scientist Professor Kayode Esuola of the University of Lagos offers a critical perspective on the celebration of June 12 as Democracy Day.
I would have expected that June 12 remained June 12, a day that Nigerians, in spite of ethnicity and religion, decided to vote based on ideology. I would have called that electoral success day. Because democracy is not election. No. What June 12 represented was a fair, free election.
It draws a line between democracy as a process and governance as its outcome.
We were not even developed, let alone getting to the high level, before we adopted democracy. And I tell you, whether you like it or not, when you are not developed before getting into democracy, very few things you'll be able to get done. Because where everybody has opinion, where everybody has to speak, nobody has opinion and nobody is speaking. That is the dilemma of Nigeria and many parts of Africa.
If you look at this government, this administration, the steps it has taken, you would realize that so many things have been achieved, and these are not just normal achievements that go deep in terms of like building a foundation. When we talk about creating a ministry of livestock, we're looking at the possibility of attaining food security, which is one of the most important things a country can attain. When we look at the Ministry of Regional Development, we're talking about a ministry that is going to promote regional development so that the different regions can develop and they can actually compete and they can actually complement each other. This is actually it's a product of this administration. Look at these two achievements I just mentioned, where we even started talking about student loans, where we even started talking about increasing the salaries of judges. And you know the role that judges play in this country. We talk about the fight against corruption. One of the biggest obstacles to progress in Nigeria is corruption. How do you fight corruption if judges are poorly paid? So the president has actually been able to have a vision, and that vision is part of the tools he's using to actually make sure that democracy has a strong footing. So we have to support him.
I also visited the Lagos home of the late political icon to speak with Olalekan Abiola, first son of Kudirat Abiola and one of MKO's children. For him, Nigeria's democracy is still evolving, with many gaps yet to be bridged.
We have democracy, yes. But for the average Nigerian, his life is too difficult, right? I mean, now that we are getting electricity now, Ban A, you are paying through your nose to get it, you know? And for the average Nigerian, it's rough. The Naira is now what, 1,500, 1,600 per dollar, you know, that kind of thing. So for the average Nigerian, inflation is killing him. So if the Abiola family too, they are also not giving us what they supposed to do for us, that's somehow symbolic of what they are doing to the average Nigerian voter who actually voted you in. And maybe I'm not going to blame President Tinubu for the economy, because the Nigerian government has been running a lopsided economy. They have not been doing, the system has been, they've been messing it up, you know? So Tinubu is not really his fault, but still, he's going to get the blame. So I cannot really criticize him like that. You know, and I hope that maybe within the next year, things can somehow be better, because if these are not really better for the average citizen, if the average citizen is not seeing some improvement in their pockets within the next 1 year, that election coming won't be easy.
As Nigeria marks over 2 decades of uninterrupted democratic rule, there is renewed hope that the principles of democracy will be upheld and that the mistakes of a troubled past will not be repeated.
It was a moment of pride for residents of Ibeju-Lekki as Governor Sanwo-Olu commissioned several key projects aimed at boosting infrastructure and governance in the area. Among the projects were a modern secretariat complex, a new legislative chamber, and a well-paved interlocking road network, all designed to improve efficiency and accessibility within the local government area. Let's take a look at the highlights from the commissioning.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, accompanied by his deputy, Dr. Bafemi Abzat, has inaugurated a major community infrastructure project in the Ibeju-Lekki area of Lagos State. Traditional rulers, market women and enthusiastic youths gathered in large numbers to witness the milestone achievement spearheaded by the local government chairman, Honorable Abdullahi Olowa.
To the glory of God and service of humanity, under the administration of Engineer Abdullahi Olowa, Executive Chairman of the Ibeju-Lekki local government. The project is live, it has started, and we wish him all the very best. It's now my singular honor and pleasure to commission and hand over the legislative building to be used by the councillors of this local government. The leader is here and all the councillors are here. And therefore we commission and hand over this legislative building to the glory of God, to the benefit of not only the councillors, but to bring out bylaws that will be useful and be instrumental to further development of the Ibeju-Lekki local government. Thank you very much.
The newly unveiled multi-story administrative complex named after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was delivered by Honorable Olowa. It replaces the former Secretariat building, which was destroyed during the October 2020 NSAS protest. The new facility boasts state-of-the-art features, including an ICT center, 24-hour solar-powered lighting, and CCTV surveillance. Speaking at the event, Governor Sanwo-Olu described the development as a symbol of resilience and visionary leadership.
We believe it's been a collaborative effort of government, partners, and the resilient people of this community. Your newly completed administrative block, which your chairman has done a good job to complete, and he has ably and aptly named it Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu Building. The progressives that we've made and the true spirit of the team's agenda, the power of purposeful and transformational leadership that is driving Lagos State forward. And that's why we're happy that in the Ibeju-Lekki, it has always hold a special place in our vision for a greater Lagos. And we're happy to come into your community today. It's a community that continues to thrive and do well.
Council Chairman Honorable Abdullahi Olowa expressed confidence that the new Secretariat would redefine governance delivery in the area.
This project responds to the urgent need for decent and affordable housing for our people and especially the civil servants. The estate will feature modern residential units, paved roads, CCTV surveillance, 24/7 security, indoor recreation spaces, and green areas, all designed to promote safe, inclusive, and sustainable living. More than just housing, this initiative will stimulate economic activity and set a new benchmark for urban development in Ibeju-Lekki. It aligns with Mr. Governor's Teams Plus agenda and supports the sustainable development goals.
He also highlighted the potential of the Citrus Garden project to boost local economic activity and set a new benchmark for urban planning in Ibeju-Lekki. Olowa also emphasized the importance of community ownership and proper maintenance of the facilities to ensure their long-term impact.
This local government, termed New Lagos, we have seen opportunity in real estate, and that's why the local government is going into real estate development, and that's why we are starting our maiden housing scheme, which is part of what we are doing, the groundbreaking.
The inauguration marked a significant leap forward for Ibeju-Lekki in terms of infrastructure, governance and sustainable urban development. Lagos remains the fastest growing city in the world. With a population of over 25 million, the city continues to face significant traffic congestion. At present, it lacks a fully integrated mass transit system capable of efficiently moving its people. The commissioning of the Blue Line Rail project is therefore a welcome development. The newly acquired trains, recently imported by the state government, represent another milestone in Lagos' growing rail infrastructure. During his visit to the Blue Line terminal in Igomu, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu praised President Bola Tinubu for his pivotal role in advancing the project. He described it as a reflection of strong federal-state collaboration in delivering transformational infrastructure.
Better life for Lagos, better hope for Lagos, better day for Lagos. Better Lagos, Olu, Olu. You want to speak Lagos, Olu, Olu. You want to better Lagos, Olu, Olu.
About a year and a half ago, in his usual understanding of what the subnationals are doing and appreciating under his renewed hope agenda, whilst we have seen the effect of subsidy removal, whilst they've explained to us that we're going to see alternative around CNGs that would be running on buses, that you see CNGs on cars, you see electric vehicles coming up as alternative to removal of subsidy. Mr. President also deemed it fit, and we're extremely very grateful. We've expressed it before, to have supported us financially extensively in the procurement of this additional rolling stock. And so, on behalf of the government and the people of Lagos State, we want to thank Mr. President, we want to thank the federal government, we want to thank everybody that has been part of our journey. And I want to say that this is just the tip of it. I want to assure you that before the end of the year, also we're going to be seeing brand new trains like this on the Red Line. Train operation as a means of public transportation has come to stay in Lagos. It's something that we see in other developed countries in the world. It's something that we see in other parts of the world, and it has come to stay in Lagos. You know, it has come to stay. You can see that we're increasing the capacity, we're increasing the reliability, we're increasing the efficiency, and we're increasing the safety that are on this train.
We have done studies, we have done projections. We understand the number of people that we expect. We keep telling Lagos about 400 to 500,000 passengers a day. You will not do that with just 6 coaches. The vision is to ensure that the first set of, when we complete the infrastructure all the way to Okokomaiko, we should have nothing less than 10 sets of rolling stock. That means we can do a train every 3 minutes. So once we are able to do it, that is the ultimate position that we're headed towards, that we will be able to do a train service every 3 minutes. Then and only then can we begin to carry this number of passengers that we anticipate for this line.
The governor expressed optimism about the impact of the new trains, stating that their deployment would significantly reduce traffic congestion and improve travel time across the city. He also assured residents that fares will remain affordable through government subsidies, underscoring the administration's commitment to accessible, efficient and inclusive public transportation. The Blue Line marks a major leap forward in Lagos State's efforts to modernize its transport network. Lagos State continues to make significant strides in its commitment to poverty alleviation. In line with this, the government has begun the disbursement of funds totaling 1.6 billion naira to vulnerable residents. The special advisor to the governor on political, legislative and civic engagement, Dr. Tajuddin Afolabi, disclosed this shortly after checks were issued to 250 beneficiaries.
Our Mr. Governor and the Deputy Governor, they all did very well.
The check amounts varied based on individual request, with the lowest payment being 200,000 naira and others receiving up to 500,000 naira. The highest benchmark for support was pegged at 1.5 million naira.
As part of his promise and one of his promises that he will put smiles to it. So we now have this program called Sanwo-Olu Cares, Sanwo-Olu Listings, through the financial assistance to the indigent of Lagos State. This money is meant to help you. This money is meant to help your business. This money is meant to those that have problem in paying house rents. This money is meant to help those parents or the students that are unable to pay school fees of their children.
He explained that all applicants were required to present their LASRA identification to verify residency in Lagos State. He added that a dedicated subcommittee is responsible for reviewing applications and recommendation letters before approval is granted.
We don't have to know you, you don't have to know us before you apply. You don't have to know us before we approve your application. All that you need, all that you owe us is that write us a letter, put your LASRA there, put your NIN there, put your passport photograph there, and the last thing, your phone number. And let me say this, don't come to this office and say that you want to go and give anybody anything.
Earlier, during a ministerial press briefing to mark the second year of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's second term in office, Dr. Afolabi noted that under its social intervention program, the Lagos State government has expended 2.461 billion naira to support 8,690 vulnerable residents over the past 4 years.
And that's it on this week's edition of Inside Lagos, a city that never stops evolving and a government committed to shaping a smarter, safer and more inclusive future for all. As always, we'll continue to bring you the stories that matter, the progress you can see and the vision driving Africa's most dynamic city. Until next time, I'm Sahid Aribisala. Bye-bye.